He's ironic, he's poetic, he's energetic, he's cybernetic, he's frenetic, he's electromagnetic, and he's telekinetic, and a touch diabetic. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the fantastic Tommy Tiernan! Hello. When I was 6 years old, myself and a fella called Mark Jones decided we were going to teach each other how to kiss. We were only 6, and he was staying in my house for the weekend, and both of us were sharing the same bed, like you can do when you're 6 and there's no fucking hidden agenda. And we were lying there, and it was really late. It was like 8:15 or something. And I was lying there in me Thomas the Tank Engine pyjamas, and he was lying there in leather. And he was big for 6. And hairy as well. And a Catholic priest. No, he wasn't. He was a social worker. He was lying there in his Rupert the Bear pyjamas, and we were talking about omelettes and rockets. The next thing he said to me, "Do you know how to kiss?" And I went, "Yeah." And he said, "Let's do it." And I went, "Okay," because I'm a twat. So we kissed. 2 little boys, like this. We didn't close our eyes now because we're pure white trash. And then he said to me, "Do you know how to French kiss?" And I went, "No." And he said, "I'll show you," because he was the devil. And then he did it on his arm. And then he said, "Let's do it." And I went, "Okay." So we French kissed. 2 little boys. Like this. For about an hour and a half. And it was lovely. It was very innocent, you know. And we were very close up until the age of about 10 when we had to be separated by the vet. And we had loads of fights during our teens, and we were enemies for such a long time. And I met him again in a bar at home recently, and I wanted to be friends with him. And for some strange reason, both of us knew that both of us were thinking about the night of the kiss. It was hanging above us like a large poo. Going, "You can't ignore me much longer. I'll stink up the whole room." So we got drunk, right? And then he started laughing. He went, "Tommy." And I said to myself, "Here we go, here we go." He says, "Tommy." I went, "What?" I said, "Do you remember that time when we were 6 and we were kissing and I was laughing as well?" And I went, "No." Haven't a fucking clue what you're talking about. I never liked you anyway, you handbag. Now fuck off. Because like most men, I spent a fraction of my life thinking that I was gay. It was only a little phase, but I went through it all the same. I was going, "Oh my God, am I gay? 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 Oh, am I gay?" Because I used to find myself quite attracted to the male torso, right? Especially in those Greek statues, because they're quite classically beautiful. You know what I mean? It's like a big muscle here and a big muscle here. And loads of little muscles down here. And no hair. And no arms too, which is good if you're a beginner. But I'm not a homosexual. There's one part of the male anatomy that I just couldn't get my head around. The penis! Now, it's not the most attractive organ in the world. I find it very hard to tolerate my own, let alone another man's. I think it's very commendable what ye girls do for us boys, but I'm not doing it for anybody else. If I'm in bed bed with somebody and they have a penis as well, I go, no thanks. I have one already. No, really, I'm stuffed. Christmas. Christmas at our house was always a very strange occasion. You can imagine. Christmas dinner time, we'd all be sitting around the dinner table in our dungarees because my dad had a thing for the Waltons. We'd all be sitting around the dinner table, all except for the alien. Granny. Now, my granny had a very casual relationship with reality. She was only tuned in once or twice a day. But you had to strike whenever the iron was hot. So whenever we reckoned she was tuned into planet Earth, we'd all have to sprint into the sitting room and go, Granny, where did you put the remote control? And she'd be sitting there, hey. I remember one Christmas, she was watching this movie called Zulu Nation. And there's a scene in Zulu Nation where all the Zulus, it's shot of a hill, and all the Zulus come to the top of the hill, and next thing they all start legging it towards the camera. Hey, 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 hey. And my granny's there, oh. And she turns to my mother and says, do you have to make tea for all those people? You've been a beautiful audience. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.